Europe euphoria seems to be short-lived, and now investors are waiting to see if the Federal Reserve will do anything or say anything that might inspire some confidence in the markets. Joining me to break this down, Rex Macey, Chief Investment Officer of Wilmington Trust. Let's quickly go over Europe. Obviously, a lot of hope that maybe the summit last week would give us some sort of finality, if you will, or at least move us closer to an actual resolution of the crisis. Is that the case or not?
Well, I think it moves us closer, but it's certainly nothing. We're not at the goal line or even close to the goal line. There's still a lot of debt. There's still a lot of imbalances. The debt needs to be in some way addressed. There are going to need to be some haircuts. That hasn't happened, but what we continually see is that the political leaders have the will to come to resolution at some point. It just means that we have to keep feeling the pain until they get together and act.
Is it really going to come down to the ECB? I think a lot of people are pinning their hopes on the European Central Bank finally stepping up with a European-style version of quantitative easing, buying up more bonds of Italy's debt, Spain's debt, what have you, than they already have been. Is that really the answer at this point?
Well, it's part of the answer, and I think another part is there are going to have to be haircuts on the debt. There's too much debt out there. It's not worth what people are paying for it at this point. They're going to need to be more haircuts.
Right. All right. Well, Europe clearly going to remain a big story in 2012, probably, unfortunately, for many investors. Turning to the other big central bank making news, or hopefully making news this week, Federal Reserve. We know that they've already done quantitative easing, QE2, Operation Twist. Rates are near zero. Not much left for the Fed to do other than maybe talk about talking, this communications tool. I've jokingly referred to it as QY, quantitative yakking. Is there any merit to the Fed actually trying to talk more about just talking?
Absolutely. I mean, a big part of the economy is confidence. The Fed is a part of that. They need to make sure there's confidence in the system. To the extent the economy is already showing signs of life, signs of recovery, they want to talk that up. I think when you have the kind of recovery we're seeing, they want to talk at this point and not act.